They say that if you hear her cries, long, aching wails echoing by the river at night, it's already too late. A woman in white, face hidden behind dark, wet hair, searching for the children she lost, or worse, drowned. This is not just a ghost story. This is La Llorona. Welcome to Shadow Tales, and tonight we uncover the terrifying truth behind Mexico's most chilling urban legend, La Llorona. The name translates to the Weeping Woman. For centuries, her story has been whispered in hushed tones across Latin America, especially in Mexico, where parents still use her tale to warn children. Behave, or La Llorona will take you. But who is she? A betrayed lover? A cursed spirit? A grieving mother? The legend begins in the colonial era, or perhaps even before. Some say she was a beautiful indigenous woman named Maria who fell in love with a wealthy Spanish nobleman. He gave her children, but never marriage. One day, he left her for a woman of his own class. Blinded by heartbreak and rage, Maria took her children to the river and, in a moment of madness, drowned them. When the fog lifted from her soul, she realized what she had done and leapt into the water to follow them. But instead of finding peace, her soul was cursed, condemned to wander for eternity, weeping, searching, calling out in the night, "Mis hijos, ¿dónde están mis hijos?" My children, where are my children? But La Llorona may be older than colonial times. In Aztec mythology, a spirit called Cihuacoatl was known as a goddess who wandered the streets at night, crying for her lost children, foretelling death. Some believe La Llorona is a merging of native myth and Spanish tragedy, a reflection of conquest, trauma, and generational sorrow. In the 1500s, Spanish priests recorded sightings of a woman in white near canals and rivers, well before the legend took full shape. What's certain is this: the story has survived for over 500 years. Why? Because it speaks to something deeper, something primal. To this day, reports of La Llorona continue. In 2023, a group of teenagers in Taxco filmed a chilling encounter. Their laughter quickly turned to screams when a blood-curdling cry echoed from the trees, followed by a glimpse of a white figure near the river. Thermal drones over Mexico's canals have captured odd heat signatures, faint figures moving without sound. In remote villages, entire communities avoid rivers after dark, not because of wild animals, but because of her. Some claim she appears at night, floating just above the water. Others say she knocks on car windows when you drive near rivers alone. Is it hallucination, mass hysteria, or something else entirely? So why does this story persist? Why do people believe? Psychologists believe that La Llorona speaks to universal fears: the fear of loss, the fear of guilt, the fear of the mother's scream. Our brains are wired to respond to the sound of crying. It triggers the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and survival. And what happens when we combine fear with folklore, with real-world tragedy? We get a legend that transcends time. La Llorona is not just a ghost. She is a reflection of grief, of guilt, of history itself. La Llorona has crossed into pop culture many times. She first appeared on film in 1933. In 2019, she starred in her own Hollywood horror. The Curse of La Llorona, part of the Conjuring universe. She even makes a haunting cameo in Pixar's Coco, a nod to her place in Mexican culture. But despite her media fame, the real La Llorona is not a character. She is a warning, a memory, a whisper that refuses to be silenced. There's one place where La Llorona's presence feels strongest. Just outside Mexico City lies Xochimilco, a network of canals surrounded by legends. Among them, the island of the dolls, a place filled with hundreds of dolls strung from trees. Local guides claim these dolls were hung to protect from La Llorona. At night, they say the dolls move, that they whisper, that they weep with her. Visitors report hearing footsteps, feeling cold breath, and hearing the cry. Whether real or imagined, one thing is certain: the fear is real, and so is the legend. Some researchers believe that rivers produce infrasound, low-frequency vibrations humans can't consciously hear. These frequencies can cause anxiety, chills, and the sensation of being watched. Foggy rivers, moonlight, distorted sound, and cultural expectations can combine into a perfect storm, one that creates ghosts. But maybe, just maybe, La Llorona doesn't need science to be real. Maybe she is real, because we still believe. So, is La Llorona a tragic echo of the past? A grieving mother cursed to wander forever? Or just a story, crafted by fear and folklore? Whatever the answer, one thing's for sure: she's not going anywhere. If you made it this far, thank you for joining me on this haunting journey. This is Shadow Tales, and if you love mysterious legends, untold history, and stories that make you sleep with the lights on, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and share this video with your bravest friends. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and don't go near the river after dark.